Hello again everybody, welcome back to LilyLuLou. If you're a returning visitor, thank you so much for coming back and joining me again today. I really do appreciate your company and your support. If you are new here, my name is Karen, I'm the Junk Journal Geek, and thank you very much for coming to visit me today. So I'm continuing with this tab-bound journal that is my design team project for Sunny Creates using her Spring Garden digital kit, and this project was inspired by Carol Laws. I'm trying to replicate her purple tab-bound booklet that she made recently, and I will link all those relevant things in the description below. Now, we made this little piece last time, and I've gone through and I've tried to catch up some of the bits and pieces with Carol's video. So I've stuck this on and popped on the little tab. So now I need to put a little grommet in there because this is going to act as the closure. There'll be something tied in there, you know, some silk or a thong or a ribbon or something, and then that will be used to tie the journal up. So I'm going to do that first. So I hope you are all well and happy today. I am filming this in the middle of the day and everybody is home, so I'm being very brave and taking a chance. So if the camera goes off suddenly, it's because I've had to, you know, somebody's come to the kitchen for something. And if you hear beeping in the background, that's the dishwasher just finished. So my husband's out in the garden at the moment doing a bit of gardening. So Max may start whinging at any moment because he's standing at the back door looking at my husband and whining to go out there. But he can't go out there because he runs around chasing shadows in the sunshine, and will be undoing all the work that is being done out there at the moment. So, and my youngest daughter is upstairs doing some uni work. She finishes this week, so she's, you know, busy getting everything finished, and she's not due in until later on. So either of them could appear at any moment. I'm having trouble. I've got these little eyelets that have got the backs on them, and I have real trouble getting my crocodile in position when I've got to think about the back as well as the front. But we'll have a go. So that's on there like that. That looks quite good. And then on the inside of this page, Carol had a corner tuck. So I think I have corner tucks in the kit. So let's just have a quick look at those and see if we can find one to use. Now, Carol had 8 pages in her book, but she used 4 of these sort of card type pages, and then she made 4 other pages, I think. And some of her pages were, or one of them I think was a paper bag, and I haven't yet been able to find any suitable paper bags. So see, that's a corner tuck, but it's not right. My booklet may not be an exact replica of hers after all, but we'll see how much of it we can replicate and go from there. So I don't have a side piece, a side tuck that I can use as is, so I'm going to have to make one from the pages I have not yet used. So I'm just having a look to see what I've still got here that I haven't used yet. I'm just rummaging, sorry. I should have been a bit more organised. I'm finding this quite a challenge to duplicate somebody else's work. I thought it would be quite easy for some reason, but I am finding it a challenge. Now, it seems a shame to cover up this lovely paper, but if I use this, which is the same page but shrunk down, I could have the same or part of the same image. Or would that look? Yeah, I think that would work. So I'm going to use that. So what I need to do is, oh, I've got a spare debris there. I need to decide what sort of size this is going to be. So I want to try and have that table and chair on if I can. So let's have a little mark at where I want to cut this. So if I have it coming to there, and about there, and then let's grab a ruler and see where we want. I could have a shaped sort of. So let's get an idea by folding this and then seeing how it looks. So if I fold that there, and where was my mark on this side? I can't see it now. Well, let's say we're going to fold just by that chair. Is that enough? I can go a bit wider. So let's say we fold that there. And then we could just have this piece folded as a tuck. That's quite nice. We've got a bit of layering going on there then. So I'm going to keep that piece folded so that my tuck space, the edge that we're tucking, is protected. And do I want, I'm just deciding if I want gussets on here. I don't think I do. So let's cut off this piece. Now I can't remember how many parts this has run to so far. I've got a feeling I'm on part 4 or 5, and I think I've only got up to the first 2 parts of Carol's series, so it's taking me a lot longer than it took Carol, but as I say, I am finding this a challenge for some reason. I'm going to fold that over as well because, you know, that is my actual tuck spot. So I'll just cut out that middle piece to remove the bulk. Sorry, rummaging next to me. I'm trying to do, the reason I'm doing this video in the middle of the day is because we are planning to go away next week. I've mentioned that before. And so I'd like to have some videos ready to go up while I'm away. I don't know if you, no, I wasn't on camera. I'm just putting glue on the backs of those pieces and sticking them down. So we've got a nice neat, two nice neat edges there. Now if I fold that in slightly more, or if I chop it down slightly more, we'll be able to see the stitching. Or should I stitch around this? I think it's going to be sorry, just had to stop for a moment. As I anticipated I might have to. Right, I just decided that this, because this is very, very flimsy, because it is just copy paper, I'm just going to back it with some packaging paper just to give it a little bit of extra support. So I'm just gluing that up on my mat, which I'm hoping is just about in frame still. I'm going to pop that on there. And then I am just going to take this to the guillotine to tidy up these corners. So I'll be back in a moment. Spot the difference. If you ever think that nobody could possibly be a numpty and do the silly things that you may do when you're crafting, or you may not be a numpty like you, I'm showing you this to make you feel better. This was that little tuck spot I just made, cutting it out on the guillotine, got distracted, and instead of cutting my measurement that way, I cut it that way and cut it in half. What a numpty. So, plan B, I've got this one ready now. This was one of the tags and I've just folded over at the top. It won't look as nice as the other one, but I don't want to go and print more of the kit pages out, and all the kit pages are absolutely beautiful, so it really doesn't matter which one we use. Just I liked the staggered effect of that other one, but never mind. So I've put gussets on this now just because I had to do it again and I decided I could do that. So that now is going to go there as a tuck spot. So do I want it as a tuck spot or as a pocket? Carol did have it as a corner tuck, and I am supposed to be replicating that, but Carol didn't make these silly mistakes that I'm making, so I don't really know. I definitely don't need as much down there as I have at the moment, so I can cut that off. These definitely need mitering, so I can cut those off. So if it's a tuck spot, that side needs to be glued down to itself to give us a nice edge there. And then these sides can be gusseted, or do we not want them gusseted so that it's not going to pull? You know, things might slide out if that's gusseted. I don't think I'm going to have that gusseted. I'm going to stick all those edges down just so that we've got nice, neat, strengthened edges all the way around. Now, again, Carol sewed around hers, but what she did was she stuck this down before she stitched around the whole thing. And I've already stitched around all mine because I wasn't paying attention to what Carol had done when. So already mine are going to be a little bit different, but that's okay, isn't it? We can all have our own spin on these things. So I want to pop a little bit of ink around this. Well, at least the video started well. I managed to get the hole in my tab without any issues. And then it descended from there. So that's going to go there. So I know it's not quite the same, the layering as the other one was. I could put it up a bit higher, you know, to make it blend better with that table, but I think it looks a bit silly up there, so I'm going to stick it down there and we're going to live with it. So that, I'm still umming and ahhing whether to stitch around it, so I'm not going to stick it on at the moment. I'm just going to leave it there while I mull that over. So that's another piece done. So let me just clear up a bit from that mess I made. Right, so Carol's next page was her paper bag, and as I said, I haven't yet come across a paper bag suitable, so I was thinking I might just put on here, she had a pocket on her paper bag, so I thought I might just pop one of the kit pockets on here. So again, I'm just having a browse to see what we've got. That's too wide. That one may work because I can fold that in a little bit. Don't really want that one because it's quite similar to what we have there. And of course I could make another pocket, but I think we've all lived through that drama today. Do we really need to suffer that again? They're like coin envelope pockets. That pocket's going to be too big, and I've got a couple of little pockets here. So let's have a look. That would be a little bit too wide, but we can trim it down. I could put on one of these tiny little pockets at the bottom here. But what I was thinking was if I had a normal pocket, those flowers could be peeking out the top behind, which would be quite nice. And I've said I don't want that one because it's too similar to that, but it is that page, although I could cheat. I haven't got anything that says these have to be in this order yet. It seems a shame to cover these up. I should have used the backing papers on the pages, shouldn't I? But at least I know for next time. I've got, no. Oh, I could use some of this with a watering can that's sort of sitting by the steps of the greenhouse. So having said I've inflicted enough pain on you, I'm going to do it again. So it needs to be about there. And how deep a pocket do we want? This was my misprint page, so I'm struggling with this because I don't want to cover up these papers. As I say, they're so lovely. That was back where I was before, isn't it? That's one of the pages we've made. I'm just looking to see what's at the bottom of all of these. That's just flowers, so maybe I'm sorry I'm being so faffy. I should really turn the camera off while I'm faffing, shouldn't I? And come back to you when I've made a decision. Right, I'm going to use, I'm just going to go for it. Whatever I put on here, it's going to look beautiful because these kit pages are so lovely. So how much would we need to trim that down? Let's have a look, see. If I bring in my, let's put all those other pages out of the way. And I'm not using that one, I'm using that and that. So if I pop that up there, then I can put this here and see what we want to cut off. I'm trying to make sure that that is straight-ish. So I need to score that about there and hope that that is a straight line. Sorry about that, got interrupted again. So I've scored, oops, I've scored this side, and while I was just dealing with that, I've just popped another piece of packaging paper on the back just to strengthen this pocket. And then I need to score about here on this side. I just made a little mark there, so I hope that's straight. So we'll fold that in on that side. Then I need to score along this bottom line, which will be the bottom of the pocket, which is trying to make sure this is straight because I haven't cut it out straight, obviously. That's about there. That's not straight. So that will be our little pocket. I'm just deciding that this is too narrow to fold over and stick, so I am just going to chop that with the chopper. Bear with me a moment. So normally I would fold that edge over so you've got a nice neat edge there for you know, to protect as you're popping things in and out, but as got that too far, as I have strengthened that with the packaging paper underneath, it should be fine. So I'm just trimming off this excess, because obviously we've folded these in further than the picture, or than the printing. So I can get rid of this scoreboard now. Take that out of the way. And I need to pop the little thumb notch in here. So it's not quite the same size, but it's close enough. Oh, it is the same size. Do that, and then let's have a little bit of inkage. And just make sure there's nothing white showing anywhere on these edges. Okie dokie. So now that is going to go on there. And again, I think I'm still debating the stitching, so right, now I'm just going to show you what else I did. I've gone through and this was the little booklet that we made. So on the back here, I've just added some more butterflies to give it a bit more movement, and I've put the word beauty on there. So that goes in this pocket of this page we made, and obviously we've got that tuck spot to pop something in there. And on this page that Carol did, she had a tuck spot which was a lady with wings. So I was thinking if I could find a big butterfly that would work, I could pop that on there as a tuck spot. And the reason this has just come back to mind to tell you all this, I should have done it at the beginning. This is why I'm hesitating about sewing around the edges, because I sewed around this and I've had a real nightmare with my sewing machine. Don't know what's going on. I fiddled about with it, changed the tension, tried all sorts of things, and it's just making a mess of whatever I sew. So this is why on these pieces I'm making, normally I would just say, oh, I'm going to sew around that before I stick it on. And I'm thinking, I don't want to sew around anything at the moment because my machine's being naughty. So I've just gone through and given myself notes of what I still need to do to finish off those bits we made. So this one, I want to stick around, again, I wanted to stitch around this pocket before I stick it onto this envelope that we made. So that's why that's sitting there, reminding me of what I want to do. But because I am, and I've got to make a booklet to go in the envelope, I still haven't done that yet. So this is why I'm umming and ahhing. This is my long-winded way of telling you why I'm umming and ahhing about the stitching, and I may just think I'm not going to bother with the stitching, I'm just going to stick these things on and, you know, go with it as they are. So I'm going to leave that there today because it's proving to be very difficult to film while everybody is around. So I'll leave it there for today, and then I'm going to try and get on extra early in the next few mornings so that you don't miss me when I'm on holiday. So thank you for joining me today. I'm sorry it's another bitty one again, and I'm sorry I didn't get very much done, but I hope you are enjoying the process and that you will come back to see me again next time. If you did like the video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. And if you loved it, I'm so sorry about that. As I was saying, if you loved this video, please do consider subscribing. I'll be back again in another couple of days with a bit more of this. But in the meantime, look after yourself and enjoy your own crafty time. Bye-bye.